Davey Hearn, a former U.S. Olympic canoeist, is now at the center of a legal and political controversy after U.S. Park Police arrested him at the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool on Friday, June 19th. Hearn is accused in public reporting of a misdemeanor count of destruction of government property, but he says he did not vandalize anything and only touched a piece of pool liner that was already peeling. The unanswered question is simple. Did police witness actual damage, or did a moment beside the newly renovated pool get pulled into a much larger fight over Trump's controversial renovation? For verified entertainment and public figure updates without the rumors, subscribe to Startline Entertainment. The latest confirmed reporting says Hearn was on a 52-mile bike ride when he stopped near the Lincoln Memorial to look at the newly renovated reflecting pool. According to the Washington Post, he noticed part of the new blue liner was loose, reached into the water, and was arrested moments later by U.S. Park Police. People reported the same court timeline, adding that Hearn told the Post he was detained for nearly 5 hours before being released around 9 p.m. local time. Hearn's denial is the central part of the story. He told the Washington Post he did not destroy, break, peel, or remove anything, and said the piece he touched was already loose. He also denied a claim circulated by conservative journalist Emily Miller that he grabbed a cleaning hose workers were using, though he acknowledged his bicycle may have touched it. That means the public record right now contains an arrest and an accusation, but not a conviction, plea, or official finding of guilt. This is a legal story, so the wording matters. Hearn has been arrested and reportedly faces a misdemeanor charge. He has denied wrongdoing. His next reported court date is July 9th in D.C. Superior Court. He is presumed innocent, unless and until proven guilty in court. The timing is what turned this from a local arrest into a national story. The reflecting pool had already become controversial before Hearn arrived. Reuters reported on June 18th that paint on the newly renovated Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool was visibly peeling into algae-tinted water less than 2 weeks after President Donald Trump announced the project's completion. Reuters also reported workers had used hydrogen peroxide to fight an algae bloom that turned the water green. Hours after Hearn's arrest, Trump claimed on Truth Social that the pool had suffered vandalism. People reported that Trump said the pool had real problems with vandalism and claimed people had tried to hurt the newly installed interior surface. The Guardian reported that Trump blamed foul play without providing public evidence for some of the claims, while also noting that the Department of the Interior had not immediately responded to its request for comment. There was also a second claim in the background. Trump connected the pool controversy to a recent incident involving 8647, etched into grass on the National Mall. People reported that U.S. Park Police previously responded to that separate report on June 11th, but Hearn's case should not be automatically merged with that earlier incident unless authorities publicly connect them with evidence. The Startline takeaway is that this story has 3 layers. The first layer is the arrest of Davey Hearn. The second is Hearn's denial and the unresolved legal process. The third is the political battle over the reflecting pool renovation, which was already under scrutiny because of algae, peeling liner, cost, and questions about the project's rollout. Those layers overlap, but they are not the same thing. Hearn's sports background also explains why the story spread so quickly. He is not a random name to the Whitewater community. The International Whitewater Hall of Fame describes Davey Hearn as a 3-time Olympian and 2-time individual world championship gold medalist in C1 canoe slalom. Its profile says he was inducted as part of the 2005 class and credits him with decades of influence in the sport. That history does not decide the legal question, but it does explain why his arrest drew attention beyond Washington politics. Hearn is known for whitewater racing, and a long career connected to competitive canoeing. Now, decades after his Olympic career, he is in headlines for an incident involving water again, this time not on a race course, but at one of the country's most symbolic public spaces. What remains unclear is important. U.S. Park Police had not immediately responded to People or the Washington Post for comment on key details of the arrest. Public reporting has not yet shown body camera footage, charging documents, or an official law enforcement explanation proving exactly what officers saw before the arrest. Trump has claimed broader vandalism, But independent reporting has separated those claims from what has been publicly verified. So, the clearest verified status is this. Davey Hearn was arrested at the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool on June 19th. He denies vandalizing it, and he is expected in court on July 9th. The pool itself was already facing visible problems after renovation, including algae and peeling material, according to Reuters and the Washington Post. Until court records or official statements provide more, the story should be framed as an allegation, not a proven act of vandalism. For now, the incident has left two questions hanging over the reflecting pool. One is legal. What evidence will authorities present against Davey Hearn? The other is political. How much of the pool's visible damage was caused by vandalism? And how much was already happening after the renovation? Until those questions are answered, the safest version of the story is not the loudest one. It is the one that separates what is confirmed from what is still being claimed.